On this episode of Real Frank Movie Reviews,
we review the movie Argylle, starring Bryce Dallas Howard, Sam Rockwell, and a bunch of other movie stars. Directed by Matthew Vaughn. With all these movie stars, there's no way this movie sucks. Boy, is she hot. Ink. Boy, does that look like an angry pussy. Cats. We're gonna break this movie down. Did it live up to all the hype? We'll get into all that next.
Real Frank.
Welcome, everyone. Let's take a look at Argylle. Argylle is about Reclusive author Elly Conway writes best-selling espionage novels about a secret agent named Argylle, who's on a mission to unravel a global spy syndicate. However, when the plots of her books start to mirror the covert actions of real-life spy organization, the line between fiction and reality begin to blur. Wow, was this movie whacked. It had so much potential. Early on, you were kind of drawn in by the story, the plot, the mystery of what was going on. And then at the end of the movie, all silliness and craziness turns this movie into a dumpster fire. So the story is about Elly, who is an author who writes spy espionage novels, and she seems to be very good at it and very popular amongst her fans. This is like her 4th or 5th book in the series, and supposedly there's other spy organizations reading her material because her material is so accurate. As the movie goes on, there's a little more to why she is so good at writing these books. I won't divulge anything in case you're interested in seeing this movie. There are so many twists in this movie, they get a little twisted themselves trying to figure out what kind of movie we're really making here. Apple TV Studios are the ones who made this movie for the theater, which you know eventually will make it onto the streaming platform. So knowing all this, you kind of have an idea what type of movie this is going to be. Since Apple made the movie, let's take a look at all the product placement. In this scene, we have an iMac, which shows off FaceTime. Below that, we have a magic mouse and a magic keyboard. Kevin! And we have some more Apple product placement. We got a MacBook and an iPhone. Apple cashing in on their own product placement. So Henry plays the role of Argylle, which is the fictional character from her novels. Throughout the movie, he makes appearance because she has visions of seeing Argylle in these specific scenes of fight or hand-to-hand combat, almost like she's living through the spy Argylle. Check out that eraser haircut. Whoa. Throughout the movie, they use this CGI cat, which becomes very annoying. The joke is pushed throughout the movie, and the cat looks like garbage. Here's a scene of the cat thrown from a building. By the end of this movie, you really want this cat to die. It is shoehorned throughout, and you get tired of it after a while. That pussy doesn't look too happy. Now, you may be wondering, did they really use a cat, a live cat, in the bag? After so many scenes with the cat in the bag, you start to realize by looking at it close enough that it was green screened, a little bubble, and then after they edited the cat into the bag. Got a little sloppy with the CGI. I mean, when it's shoved down your throat the entire movie, you will eventually find some flaws. Now, here's another scene with the cat. If you look closely, you'll notice how awkward this looks. Elly is supposedly trying to catch the cat, but as you see, the cat has already left her hands. What the hell is she trying to grab? The cat is already falling. Kevin! About halfway through this movie, it gets a little crazy. Here in this particular scene, there's a gun battle and they're using this crazy colored smoke. They're throwing these smoke bombs all over the place and they happen to be these colors. And they're just making this like rainbow of smoke colors. It gets ridiculous. The ridiculousness is insane in this movie. There's even a scene towards the end where there's this oil. They shoot at the bottom of this basement that you don't know what exactly they are in, which will be revealed later, which is a ship. And all this oil's there, and then they decide to ice skate through the oil. But ironically, this oil is not splattered anywhere. It is a ridiculous scene, and this movie falls apart pretty quickly. Even these soldiers in this scene, the cheap uniform looks a little Star Wars-ish. With all these huge names in this movie, it is quite strange how bad this movie really is. They must have been paid handsomely to all play in this, or really believed in Matthew Vaughn having another big hit as the Kingsman. But this movie is stupid. Overall, I give this movie a 1.7. Do yourself a favor, save your money, and wait for it to come out on Apple TV if you're an Apple TV subscriber. Do not waste your time or money to go see this awful movie in a movie theater. Those red flags whenever a streaming service makes a movie for movie theaters. Oof. Until next time, thanks for watching.
Drop that bass on the beat for a minute. When I spit these words to the beat, no limit. I don't make no sense, I don't need no gimmick. I'ma say what I think, be real specific, and I'm after the chase. I'm a pass in the race. You could ask me the way I attack every day. I adapt and I change, never cap, and I say what I mean. I would think, and you know I'm here to stay like, keep my head up, shit gets harder and I get fatter. But that don't get me nowhere, that gets you to give up. So I stay strong and do my thing, I never let up. If I get knocked down